This is one of the most powerful tanks in the world. Its technology and armor make it a true predator on the battlefield, living up to its name. This is the Leopard 2. The history of this machine begins with the development of the MTB-70 tank, which the Germans and Americans started working on in the 1960s. Eventually, this tank split into two separate branches, the M1 Abrams and the Leopard 2. As of today, this is the main battle tank of Germany, developed in the 1970s by Krauss-Maffei. In 1979, they introduced the Leopard 2 tank, which immediately entered service. The developers incorporated four key components of effectiveness into the new tank, which are still operational today: high protection levels, battlefield mobility, firepower, and a fire control system that simplifies targeting and engaging enemy targets. As this tank is used by many countries, from European nations to Singapore and Chile, it has extensive combat experience. The German army used it in Kosovo, the Dutch military in Afghanistan, and the Turks in Syria. The Saudis also wanted to purchase this tank, but Germany blocked the deal without explanation. Since 1979, the German military industry has produced just over 3,000 Leopard 2 tanks and various modifications. Currently, they are in service with Germany, Norway, Spain, Poland, Denmark, and many other countries. The main weapon of the Leopard 2 is a 120mm smoothbore cannon made by Rheinmetall. The M1 Abrams tank has the same. It holds 27 shells plus 15 more in the rear turret. These shells can hit targets at a distance of 2,000 meters, and the use of Israeli Leopard anti-tank missiles extends that range to 6,000 meters. However, the effective firing range is generally up to 4 kilometers. As for the armor, the Leopard 2 features multi-layered protection that defends against armor-piercing and shape-charged shells. In the frontal projection, it ranges from 640 to 840 millimeters. It can withstand hits from any Soviet-era tank. However, the specifics of the armor depend on the modification of the tank, and there are quite a few variations. For example, the Leopard 2A1 is a tank with minimal changes and improvements. These were produced until 1983 and featured a thermal sight for the gunner. The Leopard 2A2 was produced until 1987. The changes are also not significant. A 5-meter towing cable was added, as well as barriers for the fuel tank openings. The Leopard 2A3 was equipped with a new digital radio. The Leopard 2A4 is the main and most widespread version of this machine. It features an automatic fire suppression system, a digital fire control system, and an improved turret with titanium tungsten armor. The Leopard 2A5 is an even better version. It features a wedge-shaped turret with additional armor. The gunner and commander also received upgraded sights and thermal images. The Leopard 2A6 features an improved cannon and a better braking system. The Leopard 2 Paseo is a variant designed specifically for urban combat, with added armor, extra weapons, and improved reconnaissance capabilities. The latest version, the Leopard 2A7, it even received a new camouflage system with heat transmission capabilities. However, it is not suitable for urban combat. Regarding the 2A4 version, it can fire 3 types of shells: high explosive fragmentation, armor-piercing, and the aforementioned Israeli Leopard anti-tank missiles. The best part is that it can fire both European and American ammunition types, so there won't be any issues with that. The Leopard 2 is also equipped with 2 machine guns. One is coaxial, the other is on an anti-aircraft installation. The German models use a 7.62mm MG3 machine gun, while the Dutch and Singaporean models use FN Mag 7.62mm machine guns, and Swiss models feature 7.5mm MG87 machine guns. The Leopard 2 carries 4,750 rounds for its machine guns. Each country uses its own machine gun based on modifications and upgrades. However, this does not change the essence of the weapon. The Leopard is also a highly technological weapon. Older versions are equipped with an electro-hydraulic stabilizer, a fire control computer, a laser rangefinder, a wind sensor, a general-purpose periscope, a panoramic periscope, a turret sight, thermal images, and various systems that assist with targeting and firing. These technologies allow targeting up to 2 kilometers away, even at night. All Leopard tanks are powered by a standardized 1,500 horsepower diesel engine, enabling them to reach 72 km per hour on highways, 55 km per hour off-road, and 31 km per hour in reverse. This speed adds to the tank's maneuverability. The engine is produced by MTU. The name may not mean much to you, but you've probably heard of the companies Mercedes-Benz and Maybach. When they merged, MTU was created. The technology and power have turned this tank into one of the most popular and widespread in the world, especially in NATO member countries' armed forces.